Guys, if you guys own a Chevy truck and you got that lame ass gold Chevy bow tie in the front of your truck and you want to make it look like this black bow tie that can cost you close to 100 bucks because black is the new gold, you want to pay 100 bucks for this, or do you want to do this yourself with about 5 bucks? Stay tuned because I'm going to show you how to do this shit. Alright, so this is the front of your truck, alright? This is the front of a Chevy Silverado or a Chevy Tahoe or a Suburban. And I think from 2014 and upwards, okay? So what you want to do is take a pocket screwdriver. Now, I'm not telling you this so you can go and steal the fucking emblems off these trucks. I'm telling you because I don't like to paint these emblems while they're on the truck. Because I don't want to get overspray on the truck, alright? So what I do is I get a pocket screwdriver and I stick it under here. Let me zoom in so you can see better. I stick it under the bow tie, and I stick it in there, and I pry up, okay? You're not gonna damage it. If you think you're gonna damage it, and you think you're gonna scratch this, then use a plastic tool. But I always use the pocket screwdriver, and it never fails. All I gotta do is go to the front of the truck, stick this under the bow tie, and pry it up. So you hear that pop. Once you hear that snap, you can pretty much pull the bow tie out of there. Alright, now you're not gonna break anything. These are just held in with some clips on the back, and those are not broken. You can snap this back into place, no problem. Alright, so once you have the emblem off the grill, out of the truck, then you can go ahead and cover it. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna cover all the chrome with painter's tape, and I'm gonna leave the gold exposed because that's what I'm gonna paint. So I got my painter's tape right here. This is about 1.5 inches wide. You can use whatever you have laying around. If not, go buy some frog tape or some painter's tape. This is pretty cheap. You can get it at your local Home Depot, Lowe's, Harbor Freight, your local hardware store. Alright, so all I'm gonna do is try to focus on covering the chrome. And I wanna make this as flat as possible and try to focus on creasing it where the chrome meets the gold, because we're gonna actually cut that right now. You don't have to worry about doing a perfect job from the beginning. Right now what I'm focused on is covering just the chrome. So I started from the bottom, now I'm here. I'm gonna take this across the whole side, making sure that I cover the chrome and crease it where it meets the gold. And then we just gotta finish covering up this side right here. You wanna make sure you cover all the chrome because we're trying to make this look as professional as possible and make it look like it came like this from the factory. Alright, so I went ahead and go ahead and crease around here. You can actually, if you have fingernails, alright, you can use your fingernail, and with your fingernail you're gonna cut it. Now you're gonna rub your fingernail across the chrome, not across the gold. This is gonna give you the best look when you're done. Alright, so I'm gonna go crease around this, cut it, and then I'll show you guys what's next. See, it's easy with your fingernail. You don't even need tools, all you need is your fingers. Now if you don't have fingers, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Now, if you want to get around the corners with a razor blade, I would highly recommend it, just so that it's sharp around the edges. You don't want to take off your tape and then have it be all crappy looking. Make sure you get all the edges, make sure it looks sharp around the edges, because that's going to give you that professional factory look. Because who has 96 bucks to pay for a black emblem? And you don't want to plastic dip it either. Plastic dip, I guess it's trendy, but honestly, it's not as, to me, it's not as good looking as painting it and making it look like this is the way it's supposed to be, you know? Here's another corner. Okay. So this is what you want to end up with. You want to end up with this look right here. So you pretty much got the whole chrome covered. Alright, now I'm just going to use some brake cleaner. I'm going to spray it on the emblem. Much what I want to do is get rid of all the dirt that's on there, and then it's ready for paint. Alright, the paint that I have is just some regular caliper paint. I'm using black because black goes with everything. Alright, so you can make it match the color of your truck. A lot of people like to do that, but I'm going to use black here. And we're just going to go light coats on here, alright? So, let's get to painting. I have this wood here, and I'm just going to spray it on there and test it. Alright, this looks like it's ready. So now, I'm just going to give it a couple light coats. You don't want to try to cover it all in one go. So, here we go. Alright, so that's coat number 1. I'm gonna let that dry for about 5 minutes, then I'm gonna hit it with coat number 2. We're probably gonna do about 3 or 4 coats on here, just so that we don't have any gold showing through the black paint. Alright, this looks like it's ready for coat number 2, so here we go. Start from the bottom or the top and keep the can moving. That's coat number 2. Now remember, this is a small piece, so we gotta move fairly quickly so that we can get it covered, and then let it dry for another little bit, and then we go for coat number 3. Now I would wait about 5 minutes or about 2 minutes between each coat just to let it dry. You don't want it to look all drippy. You have good can skills, you can make this look professional. Same thing again. This is pretty basic, guys. You want to make sure that you hit it from the back and hit it from the front, hit it from the side and hit it from this side, so that the paint gets into the little crevices and it looks like this is how it came from the factory. Remember, that's what we're going for. We're going for a factory look. Now this paint right here is for calipers. You guys want to go for a flat look, get a flat paint. You guys want to go for a glossy look, then get a glossy paint. I think whether it's flat or glossy, if it's black, it's gonna look dope. So we're just gonna let this dry for a little bit longer, then we're gonna remove the tape. Now you can go 4 or 5 coats depending on how your paint's looking. This one looks okay right now. I don't see any gold showing through, so I think that's gonna be enough for it. 3 coats is enough. We're gonna let it dry, we're gonna remove the paint, and then we're gonna pop it right back on the grill, and it's ready to go. Alright, so we're ready for coat number 4. I'm actually gonna hit it one more time, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna flip it so that I can get a different angle from the way that I'm spraying it, because I want to get every crevice. Like I said earlier, you want to get everything in there, and this is gonna be the last coat, and then we'll take the tape off. So now we're just gonna let that dry, give it about 5 minutes. Once we take the tape off, it's just a waiting game from here, guys. Alright, so the paint looks like it's pretty dry. It's been about 5-10 minutes. Now I'm ready to remove the tape. So I want to start from the back and just start taking it off slowly. At this point, it's also a good idea to just run a razor blade in this crevice right here, because you don't want to peel off the tape and then bring some of the paint off with it. Sometimes it sticks to the tape, so you just want to run a blade around here, go around it. Ooh-wee. Look at this. Just look at this black bow tie. Alright, once you have your emblem done, all you're going to do is look at the back side, because one of these notches is longer than the other one, and you want to match it up because this does have a top side and a bottom. You just want to take it on there and smack it on there, and that's it. Pretty easy to do, guys. Go ahead and try it out. Let me know how it works for you. That's how you get this black bow tie, and it looks like it came from the factory. Now it took us about 5-10 minutes to get this painting, with like maybe 2 minutes in between each coat. You can make it any color you want. You can make it black, you can make it white, you can make it pink, I don't know, whatever fucking color you want to make it, I don't care. This can cost you close to $100, or you can get it done with a little bit of paint and a little bit of time. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe. There's a little gear right here on the bottom of the screen, on the bottom right of your screen. So click on the little gear. It's gonna take you to my homepage where you can subscribe. And don't forget to hit the little bell, hit the little notification bell, because that's gonna let you know every time I drop a new video. So if you guys know somebody that has a Chevy truck, share the video, share it with them, and tell them that they can get this shit done. So that's it for this one, homies. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.